Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. I've got an exciting blend for you guys today, and it is something that I haven't done in quite some time. So this is I actually haven't drank this kind of tea for quite some time as well. So I'm really looking forward to today's blend. It just came in the mail via my friend Kim. So today I'm doing a new brand as well. It's from Teajitsu, and it's a pu'er. It is a cooked pu'er, and I am excited to try this out because one, I love pu'ers, and two, this is something I haven't had a nice cooked pu'er, in quite some time. Hey Kim, welcome. I'm glad you can make it. Hey Sneha, hey Ma, welcome. So already this deep, rich, hey Zam, welcome. It's a very deep and rich scent. This one is it's a little bit sweeter than what I'm used to, and a little bit less pungent. Usually when I have a cooked pu'er, it's got a very muddy kind of scent to it. Close to the side of like mushrooms, super earthy. This one is earthy, but it gives off more of the scent of a tree or a tree bark, if that makes sense. Something that's still grounded but less intense, and less less deep. So I'm really looking forward to see how this compares in taste to what I've had before. A couple years ago, I did one a pu'er that was just in a cube. It's about yay big, and so did that when I did my stream on Gaiwan's, and I was steeping it for 15 seconds at a time. This one I did the full 5 minutes as well at 212 degrees. Hey Izzy, welcome. So I pumped it up at 212 degrees for 5 minutes, and let me tell you, this one it's really like, whew, your internet is horrible. Oh, I'm sorry to hear, Kim. Hopefully it clears up for the rest of this presentation. So let's take a look at the comparison between the wet leaf and the dry leaf. Now you'll see the dry leaf here is very, very dark, very earthy, and the scent it matches. It's not as strong as as other pu'ers that I've had. It smells kind of woody, like sawdust. It's a little bit earthy. Not as pungent either as, sometimes it gives off like a cheese. Definitely like aromatic. Now if we take a look at it's gonna stain my Gung Fu set. My Gung Fu tray. Let me just, because it is, look at this. Look, ooh, my God, that is beautiful. I'm going to just take the risk and let it sit on my tray directly, just so that you can see, guys. Look at how deep and brown that is. It's like this is absorbed into the napkin, and it looks basically black when I put it on here. Let's see if I can get a little bit more absorbed. Yeah, it's absorbing into the napkin. Look at that. That is a deep, rich spot. And it actually looks kind of beautiful if you ask me. Like, take a look at that. It looks like two lion's manes. I don't know, man. This is a little suggestive there, too. I couldn't resist. Okay. I'll behave for the rest of the show. Oh man, that was good though. Anyway, so we'll take a look at the liqueur. Oh, I gotta get that out of my system. That just all right. I'm good. So if we take a look at the liqueur, look at that. Look at how pitch black it is. Like you can't see anything through it. It is nice and thick looking, super dark and super rich. That means that this is going to be a really like a full flavored, heavy bodied flavor. I'm expecting. I'm savoring the moment because the scent is really like low key mellow. It just smells like a nap. which is funny because this is going to be pretty caffeinated. So let's go ahead and take our first sip. Okay. There's a little bit of a milky quality to that I wasn't expecting. It's lighter than I thought it would be. And there's a slight... The tea is so dark. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that's actually the type of tea that it's categorized. It's not a black tea. It's considered a dark tea because it's aged. Even the uncooked pu'ers are... It contains the microbial... What is the word? The microbial fermentation so that the tea continues to age and incubate, so to speak, within you're back, you think, maybe not. Ugh. I hope you're back, because like this is a really good tea to really go by. There is a bit of an astringency, like deep down at the back of my throat. Normally, when astringency hits, I feel it in the back, but a little bit higher up. Just like at the edge of my throat. Right now it's hitting all the way down here, which is a little bit strange. So it's not... It's how do I put this? Like it's at the very end of my taste buds. So there's not a whole lot because it's got nowhere to go. Which is really strange. I've never had that kind of sensation before. And if I want to describe this taste as a color, it tastes like purple. Like it's very earthy, very dark, but not... How would I put this? Because normally pu'ers are like muddy or like mushroomy. This one has a bit of sweetness to it. This one has... how can I taste color? It's just what comes to mind. Like, I don't know how else to describe it because it's a very distinct flavor profile. Normally, pu'ers are very heavy, very strong and earthy. This one doesn't have that depth to it. What does red taste like? Red kind of tastes like a sweet cherry. This one is just straight up dark purple. It's hard to describe, but I don't know. It's interesting. Straight up tree. I can't smell anything through the bag. But the odor is just really nice. Okay, so something is wrong on my end. Sadly, I will have to watch it on replay. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I hope that it gets to clear up in time. I'm actually having a little bit of signal issues as well. It keeps stalling on me. It's like, you have not heard a thing? Oh, I'm sorry about that. I hope that it clears up enough later on so that you can hear how much I'm enjoying this tea. It's really robust. This is definitely the kind of tea that if you don't have, it's an acquired taste for sure. If you don't have that acquired palate, you'll definitely want to put some sugar or milk in here. If you like really heavy, dark flavors, this is definitely the kind of tea that you'll like. I used to know a guy who loved pu'ers. He would work at Adagio, and we would always like drink pu'ers together. And it's just something that's it's really unique for teas because you don't usually get this kind of flavor profile. You get a lighter muscatel, which is quite a few degrees lighter than this. But oftentimes that muscatel is a lot more bitter. This is not that bitter at all. This is like the heaviness of the flavor is masking a lot of it. Ooh. I really feel like I could put some milk in here and sweeten it up. Like it doesn't for me it doesn't need it, but I'm kind of curious as to see what will happen. So what I'll do is I'll just put in some milk if there's any left over after it, and just taste it for myself. Oh my, ooh, oh, this is interesting. Look, it kept on absorbing, and so look at how deep this color is. It's very. If you look at the center, right here, this kind of color because it's very deep, very dark, very concentrated. I might have to suggest it later on. You have not heard. Oh, wait! It just went up and down. I don't know what happened. Oh well. Anyway, maybe there's a delay between my phone and my laptop. But anyway, yeah, sorry about that. So right now, it's my palate tastes heavy, a little bit muddy, a little bit mushroomy. All good? Oh, okay, good. It tastes. It's starting to get to that strength that I'm used to. Normally, when I drink a pu'er out of a gaiwan, it takes about 5 or 6 steeps to really hit this level. I'm waiting for it to go even deeper still. I don't know if it has the capability for that, which, I mean, is fine. If you guys, if you guys have a limit to that heavy flavor, this one is a good way to test out your own palate to see how much you can take. Oh, excuse me. Let's go for another sip. Oh, you know what? Thomas taste. Go for the Thomas taste and see what happens. So I'm getting a lot of wood flavoring, a lot of sawdust. I'm starting to feel it on the sides, starting to taste on the sides of my tongue, and it's going underneath my tongue, so that bitterness is a lot more noticeable. I'm swallowing over and over again to kind of wash the flavor out. Not that I really despise it. I don't. It's kind of like a reflex. Sawdust doesn't sound good. I mean, it depends on your flavor profile. It's definitely different from what people usually associate. But just like Lapsang Souchong, where people taste like it tastes like a fire pit. It tastes like a barbecue. It tastes very, very smoky, and you wouldn't really associate that with a good drink. But in that case, it works. Same with this one. It definitely doesn't sound good. I mean, like I said, it's an acquired taste. Um, it is like, to me, I find it delicious because I prefer like that heavy, smoky earthiness. It's not for everybody, definitely. I'm gonna blow my nose a little bit. It's starting to drip my sinuses a little bit. It's definitely not for everybody, and so this is why when I pull out the pu'er, I do it as a test to see how people can take the strength of it. It's not that it's a bad thing; it's just a different thing. Ah. There's also a little bit of a, how do I describe this? This is a specific kind of sweetness that I'm getting. It's really hard to describe because it's not a traditional kind of sweetness. It's not like a sugary or a honey sweetness. It's not even a fruit sweetness. It's very, how would I put this? It's like a vegetal sweetness, if that makes sense. Like it's hard for me to describe because it's like there's traditional sweet and then there's like untraditional sweet. If I can describe like a sweet, like think of when you chip some bark off of a tree and you have that wet gooiness behind it. It's that kind of a sweetness, like when you smell freshness, kind of a thing. Mm. Eek? What do you mean eek? it's just not traditionally sweet. That's all. I'm just having a hard time describing it because muscatel smells like, unless you've been able to drink it and taste it and smell it for yourself. Like the regular Joe Blow off the street is not going to know what muscatel is. But muscatel is that traditional black tea flavoring that doesn't have any other specific. Was it the stream starts and stops a lot? Yeah, I don't know. It's doing the same thing on my end too. I think there's a signal issue. Maybe I should look into getting like a direct connection one of these days to go directly into the laptop because it's working. It's working fine for you. Yeah, I don't know what it is because I mean even on my phone it's starting and stopping. Now's the time. I'm going to open up the question, with the question that I always open up with, my sister's question, what would I pair this with? If I were to pair this with a dessert, I would probably have to do something the exact opposite of this, because there's such a strong opposition of flavoring. This is very heavy, earthy, slightly astringent. I would probably have to do something like vanilla ice cream to combat how heavy and strong this is. I don't know what I don't know what kind of food will complement it. That's going to be a very interesting pair up. Like I'm looking at bananas right now, and I think bananas would contrast it very well. That you could use that basically to drink and then eat a banana to soften the palate. That might go well. If I was to do something comparable, I would have to go heavy, like a pot roast. Or what is that? London broil, something nice and smoky. with a little bit of flavoring to bring out the smokiness and the earthiness of the tea. Mm. See, this is a very difficult one to match. And the funny thing about pu'er is that they say, and I have experienced this from time to time, when you drink a pu'er, no matter how much you've eaten prior, it makes you hungry again. And I have experienced that once or twice. So, you know, at the end of this stream, I'm sure I'm gonna get the munchies. I'm already kind of feeling it right now. I haven't had dinner yet. I was waiting until after the stream so that my palate was clean. But you know, I can feel my hunger increasing as well. As it's going around my palate, again and again as I speak, I taste the bitterness a little bit, and it's still like affecting under my tongue. Am I losing my signal? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. My laptop is just catching up to me. Okay, so I am still broadcasting semi-well. Okay, that being said, I do have an announcement, and I'm super excited for this. You guys have been waiting for quite some time, and finally, it's here. My book has been printed, delivered, and I have it in hand. And this is the first time since it's made its debut at New York Comic Con that it is going to be presented to you guys. It is The Ballad of Eddie and Edie and Other Pointless Nonsensical Meanderings of a Semi-Demented Weirdo. I've been working very hard on this book, and this one, it's been getting some really good feedback from everybody that's read it. There's a little bit of a thing back here. And you guys have been so supportive of me coming out and putting myself. It's just given me a new lease on life. There's packed with dark humor. It's unexpectedly touching. It's got a little something for everybody, and it has offended a few people so far. Not in a bad way. It's just they don't share that kind of sense of humor, which, I mean, I get. Not everybody enjoys dark humor as much as I do, but it's definitely a good read, at least in my opinion, and the opinion of quite a few people who have read it all the way through. That being said, it will be going on sale shortly. I'll be working on a Kickstarter first for the hardcover. This one is the hardcover. I have a soft cover as well. It features art from quite a few of my artist friends. I have some sketches by Joe Doyle, Jin Leonard, Anthony Apodaca, Vanessa Bueno, and me. I designed the front cover, for those of you who doesn't know, and a couple of my sketches are in here as well. I am offering signatures on there, and I am working on a digital book as well as an audio book. So when that comes through, I'll let you guys know, and I'll start selling them hopefully in a couple of weeks. As well, I also have a couple of places that are going to do book signings. So if you're in the Chicago area, I will keep you posted as to where I'll be and when. So I would love to have you guys come down and support me. Ooh, excuse me. And it's always great to be surrounded by friends, you know? So yeah, I look forward to these meetings and just having a fun time. That being said, I guess I'm going to go ahead and close out. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been a wonderful... I forgot to mention the foreword of the book is written by Greg Horn, who is another artist friend of mine. He does a lot of comic book art, comic book covers, and he will be selling them currently, actually, on his Whatnot. So if you want to check out his Whatnot channel, it will be there. You two, Ma, have a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Okay? Bye.